Hello student, today we have to start chapter first integer. Now see, first we have to start here the well ordering principle. See its definition. Every non-empty set of capital N contains a smallest member. See what's its meaning is? Means that N which is nothing but a natural number. So every non-empty set of natural number contains a smallest member or smallest element. Next we discuss the definition of divide. So see here, let small a and small b be any two integers with a is not equal to 0. Then we say that a divides b if there is an integer c such that this b we may write down as a into c, and we write this as a divides b. In case if a does not divides b, we write this as a does not divides b in this manner. So see here, related to that definition we write down some note here. So see, the first note is if a divides b, then we say that. So see, in our example or in our information, if we have to given this notation, so how can we read it? So we may read in this three different way. So first one is a divides b, or a is divisor of b, or b is divisible by a. Okay, so in this three way we have to read this notation. Also, if a divides b, then this b we may write down as a into some integer. So b we may write down as a into some integer. So for some c belongs to z. So here we taken the two example which is related to our this notation. So for example, here we have to ask the question, is 4 divides 24? So we write down our answer is a yes, and here we have to give here its justification. So see here, this is our a and this is our b. See, this is b we may write down as a, so b is our 24, so 24 which is equal to, so we may check whether is it that b we may write down as a 4 into some integer. So 24 which is equal to 4 into, so we already know that this is one of the smallest number, and we know that 4 into 6 we get as a 24, and 6 is also the integer. So 24 we may express as a 4 into some integer. So as per that reason we have to say yes, 4 divides 24. Second, is 4 divide 27? So again we have to consider some different number here. So see, in our solution we have to write down no, and here we have to write down its justification. So because this 27 number we may write down as a, so see this 27 number when we have to express as a 4 into 27 by 4, so this 4 get cancelled and we get our answer become 27. But see here, that obtained number 27 by 4 which is not belongs to z, so this is not our integer. So then we have to say that 27 we have to never express as a 4 into some integer. So as per that reason we have to say no, 4 does not divide 27. Second note is, if a divides b, then we say that a is proper divisor of b. Okay, and if a does not divides b, if we have to say a does not divides b, then we say that a is not proper divisor of b, or sometime for not proper we have to write down improper also. Next one. So here we have to discuss only the statement of division algorithm. So see here the statement of division algorithm. So we may write down here, if small a and small b are any two integers with b not equal to 0, then there exists a unique integer q and r such that this a we may express as a b into q plus r, where 0 is less than equal to r is less than mod b, in this way. So see how can we express this equation, because we have to already known that. If we have to write down this equation, here b is not equal to 0, so that number we have to use for the divide. So b divides a, so at that time we have to get some quotient q, we done some simplification, we get some remainder. So now this a we may express as a b into q, so b into q plus r, in this way. Okay, so for that reason we have to write down directly that term a, which is equal to bq plus r, and we have to stop our division procedure here when we have to get either r is a 0 or r is less than b. So we have to write down 0 is less than equal to r is less than mod b. So here we have to take one of the simple example. So we have to take one of the simple example of division algorithm. So let's we observe the following thing. So we taken 16/3. So generally we have to write down the notation in this way when we have to done the division. So we have to, this sign is a divides, and see this 16/3 is also written as a 3/16 also. So mostly this sign is a refer for the divisibility. Now see here we have to consider 16 is a and 3 is a b. So we have to done here our division. So 3 divides 16. So 3 into 5. So 3 as a 5 as a 15. So we write down here the 15. So 16 minus 15 is a 1. So we get remainder is a 1. Quotient q is 5. Our a is 16 and b is a 3. So by this division algorithm theorem, we have to a is expressed as a b into q plus r. So where 0 is less than equal to r is less than mod b. So instead of a we may write down that 16, instead of b we may write down as a 3, instead of q we may write down as a 5 plus r is a 1, where see here that remainder 1 is lies between our 0 and 3. Next one is so next we have to discuss the definition of common divisor. So see what we have to write down here, the definition of the common divisor. Let small a and small b be any two integers, not both 0. An integer d is said to be common divisor of a and b if d divides a also and d divides b also. So this is our mathematical condition which are used for finding the common divisor. So those number are divide the both the numbers, then we have to say that number is a common divisor. So here we have to again discuss some small example which is related to the common divisor. So here we have to write down, for example, find all common divisor of 36 and 51, 36 and 48, 16 and 48. So these three different example we have to discuss here. So now we have to write down D36. So D36 means divisor of 36. So we write down the set of this one. No necessarily it is always write down D36. We simply write down the divisor of 36. Divisor of 36 R, and then write down its divisor. So we write down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 36. These all are the divisors of 36. So there is also one of the simple techniques, those we have to already discuss in our school level, which is nothing but if you have to consider that 16, because we have to find out the divisor of 36. So we write down here 36. Now we have to check whether which number are based on its unit place. So this is our unit place, this is the 10th place. So in our unit place which contain the 6, so 2 is divides this whole number. So we write down here 2. So 2 divides 36, so we get as a 18. 2 into 18 become 36, which is equal to, again we have to write down 2 as it is. Here is a unit plus which contain the 8 because 2 says as a if any number which is contain if any numbers unit place contains 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, then we have to say that whole numbers divide 2. So here is a 8 means 18 is also divided by 2. So 2 into 9 is 80. So first 2 we have to keep as it is, and next number we have to done this simplification. Again we have to write down 2 as it is, and this 9 which is nothing but a 3 into 3. Now we have to stop our procedure here because all obtained numbers become prime. Now from this combination we have to find out the divisor of 36. So see how can we write down this one. We have to know that by default 1 is divided to every number. So we write down first of all 1. Next we write down 2. Next we write down 3. Next we write down the 2's multiplication, it becomes 4. So 4. Next we have to write down 3 and 2's combinations multiplication. 3 into 2 becomes 6. So 6. Next 3 into 3 is a 9. Next this 4 and this 3 means this combination we have to consider. So 4 into 3 is 12. Now 3 into 2 is a 6 and 6 into 3 is a 18. So 18. And last one, this whole number which is nothing but a 36. In similar manner we have to find out the divisor of 51 also, 48 also, 16 and 16 also. In this manner we have to find out the divisor of each number, and now is the next step we have to write down that two number, those find out the divisors. So write down the D36 and D51 here begin. So among this set we have to check whether which are the common elements or occur in that set. So 1 is a common, 3 is also common. So we may write down therefore common divisors of 36 and 51 are 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Next we have to write down our next set D36 and D48. So it becomes check whether which one elements are common here. So here the common elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. See that underlined numbers. So again we have to write down lastly therefore the common divisor of 36 and 48 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Next one, that similar procedure we have to follow for the 16 divisors of 16 and 48. Check whether among these two set how many common elements are occur there, and write down that element which is represented as a common divisors of 16 and 48. Now is the next step we have to discuss the definition of greatest common divisor. So we have to write down here first of all, let small a and small b be two non-zero integer, and integer d is said to be greatest common divisor. In shortly we have to write down here become GCD of small a and b if there become two condition. If our d satisfy that two condition which is related to a and b, then we have to say that d is the greatest common divisor. So for that, so see the first one condition is a d is common divisor of a and b. So when we have to say the d is a common divisor of a and b, if d divides a also and d divides b also. But when we have to say that d become greater, so second one condition which is related to that thing. So any common divisor of a and b which also divides d, then we have to say that d is the greatest common divisor. Here is a d only the common divisor, and from this condition the d become greatest common divisor. So here we have to mention if c is divides a also, c divides b also, and c divides d also, then we have to say the d is greatest common divisor, in shortly GCD. So here again we have to discuss one of the simple example. So find the GCD of 12 and 16. So write down the divisor of 12 and divisor of 16, and therefore we have to write down the common divisor of 12 and 16 are 1, 2 and 4, because 1, 2 and 4 are the common elements are occur in our that 2 set. So therefore the GCD of 12 and 16. So among that common divisor 4 is the greatest. So we have to say the 4 is the greatest common divisor. So see here we have to write down one of the note. The term highest common factor means in shortly HCF. That HCF, which is nothing but a highest common factor, is also used for the greatest common divisor. In some book, instead of GCD, we have to ask find the HCF. So HCF and GCD both are the same thing. Next one definition is relatively prime, or we have to call it as a co-prime also. The two integers small a and b are said to be relatively prime or co-prime if GCD of AB equal to 1. If we have to given any two integer and we have to find the GCD of that number, it become 1, then we have to say that numbers become relatively prime or co-prime. So now we have to discuss the next theorem. So next theorem, which is related to theorem of GCD is a linear combination. So see here, first of all, its statement, it is one of the important theorem. So see in our statement what we may write down here. For any non-zero integer small a and b, there exists an integer s and t such that GCD of a comma b, which is equal to as plus bt. In shortly, what its meaning is, the GCD is always expressed as a linear combination of a and b. Moreover, that GCD ab is the smallest positive integer of the form as plus bt. So see here we have to write down its proof become, consider the set S which is equal to am plus bn, comma m comma n are the integers and am plus bn which is greater than 0. Now see here, so S which contain these types of element, but when it is contain this type of element, first of all mn needs are the integer and this combination is greater than 0. So see here we have to write down here, since small a and b are non-zero integer, so if it is a non-zero integer, so obviously the n is integer square which is greater than 0, b square is again greater than 0, and if we have to take on two positive number square means a square plus b square, so its addition is again a greater than 0. But here this a square plus b square we may write down as a into a plus b into b. So obviously if this is the greater than 0, so this combination is also greater than 0. So instead of this a we have to put the m, and instead of b we have to put as a n. So we get the equation am plus bn which is greater than 0. So see here we have to write down, that is a square plus b square can be written in the form am plus bn. Here m is a and n is a b and is a greater than 0 because this number is greater than 0. So this number is a greater than 0, so obviously this combination is also greater than 0. So therefore a square plus b square which belongs to S, because m and n, a and b are the integers, so m and n is also the integer, so m and n are the integer, and this combination we have to also get as a greater than 0. So these two conditions are satisfied here, so we have to say that combination which belongs to S. So we may write down here a square plus b square which belongs to S. So if a square plus b square which belongs to S, so hence we have to write down S is a non-empty subset of capital N. So by well ordering principle, S has a least or smallest element. We have to already study here well ordering principle. So if S is a non-empty, so it is also, and which is also greater than 0, so it is a subset of N, and if it is a subset of N, so it has obviously the least element, so we have to say that become D, and that D we have to write down here the AS plus BT. So now we have to claim that D is the GCD of A and B. So now we have to show here, firstly we have to write down that combination which is nothing but a D, and now in next step we have to write down, or we may claim that D is a GCD of AB. So we have to show here that D is a GCD of AB. So for that, to verify this claim using the division algorithm to A and D. So first of all we have to apply the division algorithm over A and D. So when we have to apply the division algorithm over A and D, again we have to get some quotient and remainder in Z. In this way, that A we may write down as a D into Q plus R. Because why we have to take on the D divides A? Because here we have to say that D is the smallest element. So as per that reason we have to say here D divides A. So D divides A, so that time we get some quotient and remainder, and we get that equation A which is equal to DQ plus R, where 0 is less than equal to R and R is less than D. Now here see this two possibility of R. Either R is greater than 0 or equal to 0. So here we have to consider if R is greater than 0. So if R is greater than 0, then from our this equation we have to write down our R equal to. So we have to keep R as it is. This DQ, when we have to shift it in left hand side, so we get A minus DQ. So we have to get the equation become R which is equal to A minus DQ, which is equal to. So again we have to keep A as it is, minus sign as it is. Instead of D, we have to put the D's combination AS plus BT here. So when we have to put that combination here into Q as it is, so now here we have to give the reasoning from 1. So now in the next step we have to take on the from first two terms we take an A is a common, so here remain 1, this minus sign goes to S, so 1 minus S into A. We write down this plus sign, this minus sign we have to give here this T, so minus T cube, we take B as a outside. So here we have to get the linear combination of A into 1 minus S plus B into minus TQ. So again this belongs to S, because we have to get this combination. S and T is an integer, Q is also one of the integer, and 1 is also one of the integer. And if we have to done that simplification, it is again as a integer. So this element which is belongs to S. So if it is belongs to S, so we get as a contradiction. So we get a contradiction to fact that the D is the smallest. So we get a contradiction to D is the smallest, because here we have to get that R become this 1 minus something and minus TQ into B. A and B are multiply this two pair. So we get that R is the smallest. So but by our consideration is what? D is the smallest element. So we get as a contradiction to fact that D is the smallest element of S. So our assumption, what our assumption? Our assumption R is greater than 0 is wrong. And what we have to get? So R is a 0. And we have to put that value in equation second we get. So this is our equation second. In our equation second we have to put the R's value is a 0. So we have to write down that R A as it is, this minus DQ we have to shift it here. So we get as a which is equal to DQ. So this equation we may write down here. We get A equal to DQ. But see what type of definition we have to discuss here. So we know that if A divides B, then we have to say B we may write down as A into some integer. So B write down as A into some integer. So here D is write down as here is a DQ which is equal to A. So if B we may write down as A into C, so we may write down A divides B. So here we write down D divides A. D divides A. So from this equation A equal to D cube, we get as a D divides A. So that similar procedure we have to apply also on D and B. So we have to write down here. Similarly, we can show that D divides B also. So see here, D divides A also, D divides B also. So by definition of the common divisor, we have to say D is the common divisor of A and B. Now to show that D is the GCD of A and B. So now we have to consider, suppose D dash is another common divisor of A and B. So we may write down here, if D dash is another common divisor of A and B, so obviously D dash is also divide A and D dash is also divides B. So by the definition of division, that D divides A means A we may express as a D dash into some integer, and B we may express as a D dash into some another integer for some H and K belongs to Z. Using this in equation 1 we get. So this is our equation 1, D which is equal to AS plus BT. So that equation we have to write down already here, D which is equal to AS plus BT. So in this equation, D we keep as it is. Instead of A and B, we have to put that both the values, D dash into H into S plus D dash into K into T. From our this whole equation, we taken the D dash is a common into HS plus KT. So see here what we have to get, D we may write down as a D dash into some integer. So we have to say D dash divides D by the definition of divide. So we may write down here, so by definition of GCD, D is the greatest common divisor of A and B. Okay, so in this way we have to prove our this theorem. See here we have to discuss one of the corollary which is also related to the GCD part. So if A and B are the relatively prime, then there exists an integer S and T such that AS plus BT which is equal to 1. So 1 which is nothing but that GCD 1, because we have to know that A and B are the relatively prime means obviously GCD is the 1, and that 1 we have to write down here. So 1 we have to express as a AS plus BT. So thank you. Today we have to stop here.